treasure. Gems are nice. Gems are transportable. Coins, on the other hand, aren't really that carryable. But
Well, I
it
mean,
does
50
help.
gold
It
to a
does.
pound, you can carry quite a bit of gold. The rest is minor comparatively.
Well, where I was going is it does help to be owed favors, and if we're at least going to be in the area, why not make a hefty donation to a military camp that we happen to be familiar with?
I would rather we make a hefty donation to the church.
I would rather just
Hmm.
grab large sacks and go with the sacks. It's not that much. Just a couple of thousand, tens of thousand coins.
Give me a second. I'll post the map up.
Yes, just a few £100. We need to just give it to the church.
No,
Yes.
we're not. No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Which church?
The good one.
There's more than one.
My good one.
My good one.
I
And
mean,
No.
the good one.
No, then no.
I'm just looking at it,
Looks like it's
and
two.
and
One
I'm
of
seeing, I'm seeing at the very least 200 pounds just in gold. Who's
There's a
carrying?
lot of us.
Yeah, that's why. That's what I'm saying. We can.
We do have horses. Yeah, we can carry it. Like no problem.
Yeah, let's bring it all to a town and figure it out there.
Right, but we're planning on going through this portal. Horses aren't going to fit through the portal.
No, they're not.
Yeah, but
I-
we could. What I'm thinking is take the horses to town, pay somebody to watch the horses, and then go through the.
Yeah,
I call
split the
team deathmatch over the gold. Team deathmatch. I'll be team one captain.
Nice. Does that mean I have to volunteer to be team 2 captain? Are you team evil and I'm team good?
One team has all +5 weapons being dual wielded. The other team has got a +1 dagger.
Yeah, but we have God and enemy.
Sure. You got a god. Well, what I say is that we take whatever we can carry. Leave the horses and carriage and everything empty behind. And since what I think we're going, we might be able to get some portable thing, even if it's like, where the hell are we going anyway? I know it's the mage's place, so we can get like.
We're
Set up this
to
teleport
book
device.
passage back
He was gonna jump
to
in it.
Hiatus or Kiramikos when a freak storm in the mountains caused you into this cave, forced you into this cave.
So yeah, like if we're gonna go through the portal, get all the treasure, leave the horses and the mules. If
I want
you
to leave the horses.
are we going all the way back to town to leave the horses, carriage, and wagon and mules, grab all the treasure, and then teleport?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
I just bought these horses.
Yeah, I know. Well, next time you see them, I don't know.
Shouldn't we just, I don't know, take the time to park the horses in the town?
That's what we're gonna do.
Okay, the rest of the treasure we can just pile it into the circle and like get everybody inside and teleport with all the treasure. That's.
I mean, if you're going to town, I'm certain that at an exchange rate they'll change in treasure for
gems.
Oh yeah, we could do that. We did have a bill of. Oh, I forgot about that. Didn't we have a bill of money?
Yes, you did.
Who has the bill? I have to add the bill to the fucking treasure. Wait, well, we could get a bill off.
He had like a letter of mark or whatever.
Yeah. What? How much was it worth?
I believe it was for 8,000.
Letter of mark. 8,000 gold pieces. Okay, we need we need to change them into letters. That's quite a.
Gems would be better. I don't know where all letters would be honored. Gems are honored everywhere.
Okay, let's do that. Let's change as much of the. Wait, is that money? Is that letter of mark? Okay, so we have the letter of mark. That's only in Thaasia. That's only gonna work there, unless yeah. Let me just put Thaasian. Yeah, let's do the exchange and yeah, and because we also have to take the books, all 20 fucking volumes of them. Jesus.
Awesome. We have a plan. Let's do it. Let's not spend the whole session on what to do with.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Make it into smaller, more transportable treasure. So we just have to worry. We just have to worry about the books, and we're off. So we need all of these into like gems.
Yeah, but we don't need to worry about it. We could just say that's taken care of, and then worry about the numbers later. Because it
Okay.
doesn't matter. We could just get on with like
Yeah,
adventuring.
sure. Leave the horses. We pay some dude. Oh,
Yep.
Pay some guy in copper and silver to watch the horses.
yeah.
Pay him in fucking copper, nothing but.
Oh no! The first thing that went was gone was the copper. I didn't know we had so much silver. If not, I would have taken away more silver. So yeah, okay. We pay some dude to take care of the horses and the mules and the carriage and carts. What? Till we figured out how to come back. We could sell them back. You just bought the horse.
Well, I like the horse. I've named it.
Yeah, but
Let's just pay a guy to stable the horses.
Yeah.
What's the horse's name?
Roach, like The Witcher.
Oh, okay. I didn't know the horse's name from The Witcher.
I've never played the games. I've got The Witcher 3, never played it yet, but I watched the TV. It was good.
how about the books?
I've not read the books. I've not. That the TV series was my first experience of it.
Yeah, I haven't played the game. I've seen the game, but I've never played it. I've seen benchmarks on it, but that's about it.
I have The Witcher 3 in my library, but I haven't played it.
So what are we doing with this teleportation device?
We're taking all our treasure and going
And
to wherever.
we're gonna jump through it into the.
Yeah. Wild unknown.
Teleporting to a random location where we might end.
No, one of the letters told us where it was specifically.
Can we believe it?
I think we can.
Um, point of interest, we just happened to acquire somebody who would probably have some decent knowledge of the validity of this teleportation and its functions.
Yeah, ask her.
Just so we don't get teleported into the stomach of a giant troll only to be slowly digested.
That would be bad.
That would be.
Let's set off then, guys. Let's go.
So we have to set up the teleportation device in a certain way.
Yep.
And has anybody done that yet?
Not so far, but we have instructions, right?
O-
All right.
It's
well,
only going to be 2 feet long at its widest point.
So it's one person at a time, seems like, right?
Yes.
Does it sit open, or is it something that each person has to do?
Each person will have to go through.
No, I mean to activate the machine. So the machine is activated once, and then everyone walks through individually.
Yes.
And then it stays open, waiting for people to go back through. I mean, how do we know it's not going to close after one or two?
You don't.
How
We do.
does our resident NPC mage feel about this whole situation? She's probably got the most experience with shit like.
He's heard of Etienne d'Amberville. And she mentions that he is a powerful magi. So there is some validity to that. She goes that this thing is possibly, depending on how often people go through, it may be open at a limited time. Oh,
I am listening. Yeah, we're good.
I've expanded the world map. Give me a second here while I party token on there. And it just dividing
Wow,
it with certain things.
that's a big map. The Sea of Dread.
But
Imagine the Isle of Dread is out there somewhere. Oh yeah, it's right there.
And it's dreadful.
That's where we're going.
Nice.
No.
Maybe we're gonna end up on the Isle of Dread. Like that.
We're going. I do remember we're going to a very area, so we can solve. The first thing we should do is try to buy some portable hole or shit or something, or magic bag or instant fortress or whatever.
So, what level? How powerful is our NPC mage that we hired?
Don't
she
know.
is 3rd level.
3rd level. Okay.
So are we leaping through?
Well, I think I'll start setting up the teleportation device, I guess, with the help of somebody else.
We're assuming that Mark has fast forwarded us to the near.
And tally so Tenebros was probably tallying the treasure. Oh, I got an extra.
That is a huge fucking map icon. Holy shit!
We are
Yeah,
there.
Now, don't anyone let a fly go with them through the teleporter, because you know what happens on the other side.
Yeah, that doesn't end well.
So the party is roughly here.
Suddenly you'll be
The-
wanting to put lots of sugar in your coffee.
The Emirates of Ilarum are here.
And that's the supposed destination of this.
Yes, and each of the hexes are 24 miles.
Wow.
It's not set the scale for the map for the roll 20.
Do you want me to do that for you?
No, the map's too big.
Oh, I could totally do it for you.
That is a huge map.
Even on such a huge map, I could do it for you.
She had to reduce the pixel size on it.
Yeah, it would be pixelated.
Oh, you can cut it in pieces.
Yeah, that map is the continent of the broom. That's known.
Oh,
Um,
yay! I can cast one extra third level spell now.
Nice. We need all the third level spells we can get.
And I get an extra proficiency, which I'm putting just for flavor and whatever. If I can find an accounting or whatever the equivalent medieval version of that is.
Bean counter.
Yeah, basically. Since I bitch so much about the treasure and I got it all to, I'm actually
you
taking.
volunteered.
I volunteered. I'm not bitching, but I want to make it like part of the character. So it's also Tenebros bitching.
Meow. I hate counting beans. Meow.
Being a cat lineage, is easily distracted.
Yeah, that's
I got come all over.
with shiny things. So yeah, counting shiny things is not distracting. He's like super focused.
Bet you'd be happy if it was fish. Be no bitching.
Fish? Why fish?
Because he's a cat.
Yeah, cats like chicken, man. They like birds.
Some cats don't like fish, but
Well, yeah, most cats they'll go nuts for chicken though.
I got a couple of cats that won't touch fish, even fresh, raw fish.
So funny thing about my one cat, he absolutely refuses to touch eggs, but loves egg salad.
Oh, he likes the mayo, probably.
Most likely.
Which is also made of eggs.
He's just so damn funny. His absolute favorite thing is cheese, though. Doesn't matter what kind.
Cheese is a big one. And even like processed meats like hamburger or hot dogs or McDonald's food, they love that stuff.
My cat, my Siamese cat liked the berries for some the blackberries for some reason.
That cat has good
Yeah,
taste.
so the
Yeah.
Again, those golden have to be set on the ground in the shape of a pentagram, 2 feet broad, to be arranged in the following order: air, earth, fire, water, ice.
Pentagrams of metal.
Person who wishes to be supported has to stand in the center of the pentagram. Once the cubes are placed as directed, they will begin to glow brightly.
The issue is we need to be all in. Should we like put like 4 and wait for the 5th before?
Just need to know who's going first.
You notice that only one person at a time would be able to stand in the center of the pentagram.
Hey, Nigel.
One sec, AFK.
You guys finish the pentagram and have someone send through, or
Odysseus will step through it first.
okay. Well, as Regmus, as you place, you stand in the center, and the last pentagram, that last cube is placed. It pulses brightly. They all pulse brightly, and there's a chime sound, and Regmus disappears.
Oh, Ragnus, I'm barely knew thee. Well,
So each person has to place them themselves, or
No.
it's
They're still glowing,
okay,
but the glow is starting to fade.
I'll run. I'll go next.
Tenebris, you hit the center of the pentagram. A chime sounds. Tenebris disappears.
nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's go.
Okay, I'll get in line.
That was Ragmus's announcement that he's stepping through.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, it was Theseus, Tenebris, Ragmus. Heard the chime. Disappear.
I'm next.
Same thing. Eric, Dagmar.
Uh-huh.
You see your friends one at a time going step into the pentagram, disappear.
I'll
The
go.
cubes are starting to fade.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. You hear that chime, and Eric disappears.
Back.
Jer, anyone else?
One person has gone through the teleporter.
One person at a time, yeah. So far, Theseus, Ragmus, Casimir, Eric, they've all gone through.
Tenebris.
Such horrible timing to be AFK.
Yeah. All right, I'll go through next.
There is no one. I can't find
will.
it. I'll just pick something else. Local history is just like local history, or do I have to pick like a
Yeah, the
place?
local.
Sorry, it's general. Is generic or?
That you choose.
Excuse me.
Area that you choose to have local history in.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I think it's just Jer and Casimir.
What?
I already lined up. I think I went through already.
Yep. Casimir through.
So Jer finds himself mysteriously alone.
Well, he still got Stargar with him. Ariel hasn't gone through.
I
I thought I went
must.
through.
I must be on the wrong map. I don't see what you guys are talking about.
The portal was
I
set
don't
up
have.
and everybody set up.
My
I
buddy-
still have the overworld, the new overworld map up.
My friend, I forget his name. Guy I hired, he's coming
Yeah,
through.
Nigel's gone through also.
Nigel's through.
All right, well, I'll go through then as well.
Okay.
Me too. I don't see what we're talking about, but I'll step
And
through.
then Ariel will
We're
jump
going through
after
the
you.
portal. We set it up. We're going through.
He just doesn't have it visually there for us. That's
No. Yeah, no, I don't have it visually there for you.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I thought we were actually moving tokens somewhere.
No.
And I'm just waiting for the map to pop up. The logical pop open for me. Acrobat's acting weird.
I'm gonna just take etiquette. Oh no, I have shitty charisma now.
Someone showed me a really interesting proficiency on Sunday. It's in the Barbarian's Handbook, and it's called Animal Rending. And it's a proficiency for harvesting pieces of monsters and animals.
nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Animal rending.
Rending,
Like,
not
yeah,
rendering?
like, no, not rendering. Literally animal rending. As though you were ripping them up. To rend. Yes.
Yeah, to save the spleen, because in case somebody needs a spleen.
No, it's more like, harvesting the tail of a scorpion, like the gland that actually makes the poison inside the scorpion's tail. So that you have,
Yeah, that could be
like,
cool.
yeah. So you have a container of poison.
What do you there's one called Bargain, but it's from Dark Sun Rules, so I don't know what the hell that is.
Troll's blood is actually a poison. You can render poison out of it.
Okay. So you are befuddled and disoriented in a way scarcely felt before. Stepping into the pentacle bounded by the cubes brings a gut-wrenching feeling. First a flash of light, then intense black, both momentary, burst upon your mind. Suddenly you find yourselves in a room of a strange architecture, gazing intently at the eyebrows and thinning hair of an aged man, a spellcaster by the look of his robes. Your back is pressed against something thankfully not solid enough to have caused you any pain when you materialize here. Your chest and legs are forcing the wizard to teeter on his stool. His eyes fly wide as you appear, and his mouth opens in surprise as he's bowled over onto the floor. Your balance upset, and your knees a bit unsteady as yet, you join him. nimbly avoiding crushing the frail old man beneath you. A crash hurls the next member of your party, who has managed to upset the desk upon which the wizard had been writing. A tinkle of glass and a rush of wind as your friend joins you on the floor strike almost musical accompaniment to the inarticulate whoops made by the startled old man. There is scarce time to think now as the rest of your party joins you in this study, each one bowling over the one who proceeded before him. The old man displays surprising agility as he nimbly scampers away, avoiding the ever widening flood of adventurers deposited on his carpeted floor. A chime sound, and the 5 lead cubes that have brought you here drop to the floor with a thunk. Stepping over and around the bodies arrayed on the floor around him, the old wizard scoops up the cubes into a pouch produced from his belt, tweaks his pistachio, waggles his flaring eyebrows, obviously in delight. My, welcome to Brasilia, my heroes. So nice of you to drop in. And he gives you a genuflection of placing his hand to his forehead, his mouth, and his heart.
Well, Matt, I don't think this was a good landing for your portal.
Yeah. Ow. Ow. Somebody get off my tail.
My butt
Whose hand
hurts.
is that? Whose hand is that?
Drop in. Sort of drop in unexpectedly.
My butt hurts. No one? Crickets?
No.
Come on, I walked
Where,
right into
pray
it.
tell, are we?
Welcome to Brasilia. I am Aman Azaki, as just your humble servant. Please, tough, dates, welcome, Paul.
Hmm.
You must be the heroes that Etienne, my friend, has sent.
You no, actually, some trolls hate those. Your messengers. As Tenerus tries to get up, trying to explain to the old man that we found them in like a troll's lair. So yeah, the message probably never got there.
Ah, surely only Etienne would send the bravest and most bold. No matter, you know.
Mm. And where is here?
That is a kind of a caravanserai in the glorious Emissarium.
What?
You are in Brasilia, a a small caravanserai in the Emirates of Ilarum.
Oh yeah, huh. Right.
Well, that was a quick journey.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
What can you tell us about where we are, old man?
Oh, we're just a trading town between the northern lands and the Galantri city, or Ilarum itself.
Dargar's going to brush the dirt off of himself as he tries to compose himself after dropping in so abruptly. A trading town. What do you trade here?
We're more along a way stop for travel into deeper into the desert, the lands of the north. Um, we are at the way station.
Hmm. So, what is this impending evil you were speaking of in your message?
We have to get the Infinity Stones to stop Spider-Man dying and shit. Basically.
Yeah.
Hear anything about infinity stones? Maybe it's a dark, evil spirit of some kind.
Sorry, guys, I'm too tired today. I'll I have to also have to wake really early. I'm sorry, guys. I'll catch up next time.
Have a good night. Sleep well.
Okay, good night.
Bye bye.
Yeah,
Right,
right,
see you
go
next
Brave
week.
man. Hey, I understand, bro. It happens all the time to me.
Some information here for you.
I missed that last question, Mark.
Me
I'm
too.
using information for you right now.
Hola.
Si, senor. Hey, guess what, boys?
What?
What's
I'm
that
no
then?
longer a Europe. I'm no longer a European citizen, as of like 3 hours ago.
Wait.
Brexit, baby. Brexit.
I guess
Well,
that's
that's
why
not good.
Oh,
you guys
that.
switched your money over.
Ah, Brexit.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Fuck
Yeah.
you, man. Don't say congratulations. It's the worst thing ever, man.
What?
Why is
Are
that
you
the worst thing
fucking
ever?
kidding me?
Oh, don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. I'm
Damn.
proud to be a citizen of the EU. Much rather be fucking European than British. Fuck
What?
that.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Holy
100%. Britain is a
wow.
disgusting, horrible, evil establishment. Europe is a
What
good
what
thing.
what you are doesn't change just because they separated from the European Union. I mean, you still are.
Oh, I mean, I'm still European, but I mean, a member of the EU. It's different. Obviously, I'm still a European. Like
Did
you're an
Scotland
American.
take on the euro?
No. Scotland
Yeah.
can't. Scotland doesn't have the choice to take on the euro. Scotland's not. Scotland's governed by England.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you guys had your own money or what.
No, Scotland's dragged out of Europe against our will. Scotland voted to stay in Europe.
Huh.
The majority of Scotland voted to stay in Europe. But it doesn't
Good
matter.
luck,
So
Joe
great
Roscoe.
evil
Subway
is about
tokens
to
and they
befall
should
upon the
use
land.
Right.
If you sent this letter out for heroes so long ago, and now we find it, the great evil is now just.
But a prophecy.
Oh, not prophecies.
Mm. I love a
Yes,
good
the
prophecy.
Prophecies. You speak of prophecies, old man.
Mhm. Love a good prophecy.
about about 10 centuries ago, if not more, this realm was once lush of veritable garden. And the river, a river rolled through it. But there were people who worshipped a evil cult, did not believe. So, some unbelievers. The, they worshipped a immortal known Amun Ra.
Mm.
The river Athos thrived. The cities nearby were abandoned, and most of the caravans departed. A few intrepid adventurers passed through this town, heading toward the desert that we call the Desert of Desolation, but they were far and few between. Finally, all that was left were the abandoned temples of forgotten immortals on the dervishes. There, there are proud people who inhabit the deep desert. They are the proud citizen. They were the proud citizens of this once fertile river valley to the north or to the south. They came to us. We see them. They see themselves as the guardians of the past and hopes of the future. They took over. They took care of the temples. The re- the religion which is accepted as sacred made them duty bound to protect those places they deemed holy. And they've waited for centuries. Now, when the sand voyagers reopened the trade route south, merchants were not far behind. But we need you to find. I need you to find the sphere powder of Martek. It is the only way to stop Unknown.
What powder?
The sphere of power.
Oh, oh, Spear of
I
Power.
told you the Infinity Stone.
Okay. Just point us in the right direction. We'll find your Spear of Power.
We will?
Sand voyagers have said that the strange ruins to the south
Hmm.
in the deep desert.
Oh. What's the reward then?
The
Another
reward is
sphere of power.
The word is
Whatever
smiting
you
evil.
may find in the temples, in the ruins.
Smiting evil is its own reward.
Oh. So reward is one spear of power. Gotcha.
Actually, not
Well,
that.
if we get the Infinity Stones, who gets to snap his fingers?
No, we're just getting one so that the big fucking rock guy can't get all of them, basically.
Basically, what we need you to find is the star gems of Martek and his sphere of power. Welcome to stay here as my guest, and I will assist you in any way that I can.
So, one question. When we find this spear, how will we know it to be the spear of power?
Bless you, that's really fucked up through your voice changer.
You will know when you see what it is.
Oh, excuse me. I just had a fit of sneezing. So, how will we know it to be the spear of power again?
You will just know.
We will just know, like, does that mean, like, it will just tell us?
By the
It is an
power of
artifact of great
winds.
power. If you've not seen one of them, you will surely know what it is.
Ah.
And something this powerful is just laying around somewhere waiting for somebody like us to come pick.
Yeah.
Of course, it's guardians and dangers along the way.
Like what type of guardians? What do you have us walking in? I mean, me, I'm just a locksmith, and if somebody as powerful as yourself is not able to do this yourself, that kind of makes me want
I am but a mere scholar.
choke that duck.
we totally heard that.
I'm not on push to talk, you hear everything. You'll hear this as well. Listen, listen, listen.
Fap, 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 fap. Asterisk loud fapping, asterisk.
What's the weed like in Scotland?
My shit's the bomb, bro.
It's legal in Canada now, so it's
Yeah, I know.
you can get
I go to Amsterdam like at least once a year, so I can compare it to legal weed, and the shit I'm getting is good, bro.
you can buy stuff that's 27% THC. Which
Yeah.
is
Well, I'm smoking Gorilla Glue right now, which is like 28% THC, isn't it? So it was like
oh,
the strongest in the world for a while there.
wow.
Legend has it that Martek's sphere of power was buried with him centuries ago. Using that wondrous tool, Martek bested the evil Ifrit Hajjat Kalateres in a magical battle that has not been seen since. The very desert sands flowed like water before the Ifrit was imprisoned. Unfortunately, now, with the passing of time, the Pasha is about to be free. We need the Martex Sphere of Power to once again seal the evil Jinn in his prison. That is what I send you for.
Oh, a gin. Very nice.
Those are tricky fuckers.
It's more of a freak instead of an actual Jinn.
It's like a lesser gin, though, isn't it?
Depends if he's noble or not. Noble Ifrit or, well, royalty.
And the only thing you want is this sphere. Everything else is ours.
Sphere of Power is what would need to imprison the foul Ifrit. To lead you there to him, or to unseal the sphere from its place of hiding, you need the star gems. There are five of them.
Okay, so
That is,
we need to find 5 gems, and they'll lead us to this.
yes, there is the star of Mopelan, a fist-sized opal that he gave to the pharaoh Amun Ra, who locked it in his theft-proof tomb. The star of Agapela is a huge sapphire of midnight black with a star of that was given to the Lord of Khazar in return for keeping the Afrik prisoner. The star of Shah Pelar, a very large faceted ruby, which he gave to a pharaoh whose name is lost in antiquity. The gem was stolen by the evil Badil al-Mossad, and is said to be buried with him. Pelar, an enormous clear crystal, is thought to be buried near the White Palm Oasis. In the star of Melos Pilar, a faceted amethyst ball was taken into the cursed city of stone, never to be seen again. All you need all five of those stones to locate Martek's tomb, whence you will find this seal of power.
So we need the 5 stones to find the tomb, and then the tomb will find the sphere of power.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Sorry, back.
Yo.
And which of these stones is supposed to be the closest to where we are, right? Or does he not know exactly where they are?
Does he have any clues to where any of them are?
He does have clues
Let's hear them.
to a map
Oh, even better.
which I'm going to have to give to you guys. It's Adobe Acrobat for a second, huh?
Hey, Eric,
Yeah.
can I have that two-handed sword, please?
Sure, I'm just carrying it.
Well, I mean, I could have probably tried to just sneak it off of you, but
No, no, yeah,
that
yeah.
probably wouldn't have ended.
No, no, of course, yeah, here you go. take that off my sheet.
No, no, no. I don't want to carry it. I need to
Oh,
hold
yeah.
it firm.
Yep, sure, here you go, buddy. Oh, to find something. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't know exactly how it works, so maybe now is a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
time to start playing.
Quite right, man.
Yep.
I mean, yes, me, the player, I can read the description, but my character hasn't touched it.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to Ochalea.
Why did that sound familiar?
Oh.
We're all still here. Mark's just doing a map
Yeah.
walk.
Gonna clean up here.
Does the city have? It said it's a trade city. He's got camels, barrels of water we can buy, things like that for travel. I mean, we're planning on walking out into the desert. We certainly better bring a lot of water and the animal equipped to.
Camels.
Yeah, carts and things are really bad in the desert, right? We need things that can go off road or wherever they need to.
Off-road vehicles.
I like the idea of having like a big fucking caravan of us, loads of us and shit. It's epic. I've already got like a guy and 2 horses. Bring it on.
Does anyone have the spell create food and water?
Let me check. Maybe.
Maybe we don't.
I think we're going to need a lot of that spell. I think there's also a level 2 spell called Create Water.
Just create water.
Yep. Pre-spell. Elemental Water. Sphere.
Water.
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 Also, if they sell umbrellas or the such here in these cities, I'd like to get something like that. At least one, probably a couple. So if we need to camp out, we can put up umbrellas and
Yeah,
not
I
worry
wanna
about the
get
sun.
obviously just get like desert clothes, you know, like a light thing for over your face for the covering for the sand and everything. You know, just like all the practical things you need for desert. I wanna just get them. Without having to fucking write all that shit down, you know what I mean? Just assume I have it.
So
And
some
assume
sandals, a man dress,
yeah, that shit.
a
Arab shit,
shamach.
bro. Arab. Yeah. That's the one.
I also need something to wear because I'm not wearing freaking banded mail as we travel across the desert in the.
Yes. Exactly. This is my point.
Chainmail is rather breathable.
Well, that's what I'm wearing, so I'm thinking. Oh wait, no, am I? I think I might have splint mail on, which is less breathable, isn't it?
Band-Aid's better in the desert than Splint, but Splint is metal and it's
I
gonna
know.
cook you quite literally.
Eric's wearing chain.
That chain you would actually burn and blister.
Yeah. Do have to wear something underneath it, eh?
I mean, it's not like you just wear it over your naked body. You know, it's
Yeah,
assumed
you
you
wear
have
leather.
clothing on.
Yeah, you wear leather underneath it.
Even with leather underneath it in the desert, the sun hitting it
Yeah,
without further precaution, it's gonna heat up to a point at which I mean,
yeah. It's
40
gonna burn
degrees
you.
Celsius over an extended period is gonna cause.
Yep.
One second while I get the players' maps here.
I'm not able to create water.
My 14-year-old stepson is teaching my 6-year-old daughter how to play Magic the Gathering.
Nice.
Cool.
Good man.
I guess while I was sleeping, they went to the local comic book shop where they do like tournaments and just get together and play and whatnot. And she was all sad because she couldn't go, so he promised he would teach her so that she could go.
Anything they can do together to create some good, positive memories. He's being a role.
It's rare, so I'm really happy. I'm really
Sorry
usually
about
it's
the fact about you and me feds here.
usually it's her following them around and them saying go away. Which makes perfect sense to me. The closest one to her age is the 14-year-old. So, I mean, it makes sense. Nobody wants to hang out with a 6.
Sorry, back.
While I deal with my computer issues, everyone take a break here.
Cool.
So I ran into some of the Boston Bruins tonight at the hotel. They were all arriving for a hockey game.
Cool.
I don't know if any of you are Boston Bruins fans.
It's actually really cool. It's ironic too because my daughter came home from school and she was talking about how our city's local team is going to come to her school and they're going to sit down and have lunch with the kids and talk with them.
Oh, wow, cool.
Oh no, apparently they're going to the hockey rink, not the school.
Oh,
She was quick to correct me.
Okay, in Buffalo. Bruins, no.
I mean, it may just be, a local minor league team, but still, that's pretty cool for first graders, to meet real hockey players, sit down, have lunch, talk with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're a tier 2 junior team, the Jamestown Rebels. I have no idea what any of that means. I'm not a hockey fan, but it's pretty cool that they get to do.
I tell you what, their like arena style hockey games are the best because you got to remember, like the Minnesota Wild was a tier 2 team just 8 years ago, 7 years ago, and they've gone to the Stanley Cup. Like tier 2 teams are right on the cusp of making big money, and you know what I mean.
I
They're
think he
right there
means
competing.
he means organizational wise, like
Yeah,
the
when I when I
IHL, the OHL, ECHL.
when I googled it, that's the way they're described as a tier 2 team. I have no idea what that means.
They're right below they're essentially where the professionals recruit from, right? They're below
Yeah.
professional.
They're like development leagues, junior leagues. That's where all the professionals before they retire. They still want to.
But I remember the Minnesota Wild. I used to go watch them because I was in Minnesota for high school. I used to go watch them when they were a tier 2 team, and it was awesome because they were really good, and the best fights happened in those little.
That's the link for their homepage. I mean, like I said, I don't know anything about hockey, so but those are the players that she's going to get to meet. That's pretty freaking cool if you ask.
Yeah, pretty cool.
See, they didn't do that kind of cool shit when I was in school. We went to like the aquarium.
I think there's a good, reliable emphasis on positive male role models in the current educational system, which is something that we've honestly lacked for the better part of 50.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to play with the abilities on this sword. I mean, I know we have a bunch of gems, so think about those, see how it shows them to me, then try thinking about a specific one, see if it shows me that one and where it's at. Play with it, see how it works, because that might be our best bet in finding these 5 stones that we need. And like, how
Yeah,
far away.
you get an impression of Tenebris. Sort of draws your attention by pointing to him. You're basically it's like a dowsing rod.
All right, so we'll just say he's here for this purpose, and he'll take like Ragmus will take like the first 5 different types of stones on the list, and kind of lay them out on the floor and think about the sapphire. Does it point to the sapphire or just in the general direction of the gems?
If you're thinking of a specific stone, it will point to that stone.
Awesome, that's what I needed. So yeah, this will probably be our best bet for finding wherever these things are.
Sweet. That's going to be very nice.
So Ragmus will ask this sage for detailed descriptions of the stone. And you don't have to say them, we'll just assume that they're given if the guy has detailed description.
Then I did briefly what they were. Sapphire with a white star, circle amethyst. One's a very large cut ruby. One's a uh, fire opal.
Okay, so Ragmus will ask him, on a side note, um, are you just a historian or are you a mate?
He is a historian, a mage.
You kind of sort of cut out there. I'm sorry. The reasoning behind this is if he is a mage, asking him to cast an illusion to show Ragmus what they look like so he has a better image to use the sword.
Unfortunately, he does not have that information. He's just basically he knows what the legends are and brief descriptions of what they were.
Fair enough. Is there any mention not just of descriptions but of specific names that the stones were called by?
I'll get that information in a second.
Okay. See, these are the kinds of things I think of as a player, but depending on my character's intelligence and wisdom, I either mention or don't mention. Ragmus is pretty freaking. Josh, I love your cat. I love the fact that he snores.
It sounds like a person snoring every time.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh, yes.
It's so cool how every cat has something that makes them unique. Like whether I'm awake or asleep, here or gone. Um, from what my wife tells me when I'm sleeping or when I'm gone, when the boy cat comes in the house, and when I'm here, he'll come in and he'll walk through the house meowing, looking for me, only for me. Okay, so with those names, Ragmus will hold Seeker and think of each individual name and see if they get it to point in
Nothing.
different directions. Nothing.
Might need to be a little closer.
So now,
Basically, yeah, those are the names and what the stones are.
okay, I have an experiment here. He will think the star of Shah Pilar and think of a large.
Nothing.
Awesome, because we have a 2-inch ruby in our bag and it didn't point to it, so that works perfect.
I'm trying to get the maps for you guys.
And whoever that was, I think you're 100% right. I think it has something to do with distance.
They're like in the lower tier of the hockey pyramid, North American Hockey League, Jamestown Rebels.
Yeah, I mean, I knew they weren't, like NHL level, but that's still
Oh,
really.
look, they are affiliated. I think they're affiliated with Columbus, with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Their farm system. Well, let me see what I can do about getting these maps for you. Okay, so I was having issues with Adobe, so I'm going to try.
Take your time. DM work is hard.
Mm-hmm.
I was under the impression you guys were going to head to town before you guys opened up the portal, but that's okay. That's what I get for assuming something.
To be honest, I thought we were doing the same thing, and I was under the impression that you were just gonna fast forward that trip. To be honest, I think that's what everybody else's impression was.
Mm-hmm.
So Ragmus has a personal challenge here in the descriptions. He would really like to find this star of Mopilar first, since it's supposed to be locked in a theft-proof tomb.
Mm-hmm.
That's a personal challenge right there.
That would be some good bragging rights to say that you were the one who stole Star of Mopelar from the Pharaoh.
I don't know what you're talking about stealing a star of Mopilar. He was able to break into a theft-proof tomb. You don't know what happened to everything in.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It only stacks to 10.
balls.
From the look of the description, though, there's 3 that we should be able to find for sure. The other 2 are going to be a bit of a challenge. I mean, one's in a theft-proof tomb. One was given to a lord, which, should be easy to track if he's not around anymore still, because, it's something pretty freaking valuable. And one is buried with an evil lord who I'm sure we'd be able to find information.
I'm curious what makes the theft-proof tomb so theft-proof.
Yeah, me too.
Like I said, that's a personal challenge, right?
Likely the traps within that no thief gets out.
You guys can't see that too well, can you?
It's pretty small.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't blow up all that much, but it's readable.
If you hit the little double window thing in the upper left, it opens it in a browser window that you can zoom.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it doesn't make it much bigger, but it's a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And away we go.
How's that?
Hoorah.
So, other than the one who's obviously dead ish that has one buried with him, are any of these people still alive, or is this like ancient history?
This is ancient. I think I fixed it for you guys. It's a little bit better now.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
dramatically larger.
Much better.
Second one.
It's upside down. That's awesome.
Yeah, because the way the map's the way I've got the map oriented.
That's fine.
I actually had to reverse the directions from the module based to fit the setting.
Okay, so technically it's the right way.
Yeah, it's
Like, as in up is north, not south.
top will be north, bottom will be south.
I like that map. The little dragon on there is a nice touch.
Is the writing on the map just some ancient language we don't know?
Yes, it is.
Do we know which one of these places we're going to? The one in the upper left or the one in the
Map on that map, you're going to be in the upper mid right.
So where we are now is the mid right, and where it's assumed to be is northwest from.
The town that you're in is the mid right.
So it seems like it'd be on our world map in this general area.
That's a pass to one of the, I think, the Sodefjord Jarldom.
Oh wow, so that browser pop out that it does, I just realized I just learned a fun fact. When you zoom in on that, it zooms in your roll 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Save
that's
his
not what
ass.
I was hoping to do.
Yeah, that was not cool when I come back and all I see is a huge freaking mountain filling up my
Yeah, I did that also.
I mean, it's nice that we can do it, but that was kind of shocking. The 500% zoom on the map is nice. The 500% zoom on the tabletop is
Give me a second. You'll have the second maps here. He goes that the White Palm is an oasis um, about halfway across the desert from south of here, and that the other locations may be found in the desert somewhere.
Have we properly prepared to journey through the desert?
That depends if Mark wants us to mark off some gold and do it, or if he wants us to itemize what we're taking.
Um, yeah, you'll be outfitted. And I didn't flip this map. Okay.
Oh, there's the right side up map.
And that one I didn't flip over.
right. Well, if we're gonna be properly outfitted and to travel, I think we're probably good to go. Hello there, cat. So we'll be heading south from that yellow marker point.
Yep.
And our first hex is 24 miles. Or are these at a different scale now?
On this map, each hex is a mile.
Okay. So as part of our equipment to travel, are we using mounts?
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering if he wants us to mark off gold for camels and stuff, which was, which would be part of what we'd bring into the desert if we had to go. So if we're being outfitted, I'm certain we have at least camels. Otherwise, this trek across the desert's very.
You'll be camels, our horses, water to as far as at least to the White Palm Oasis.
I'll also inquire about things like dates, things that, though low on water, are very high in nutrients and easy to.
Raisins and shit. Oh, excuse me.
Even stuff like that. Stuff for desert travel. Dates, figs, whatever.
Beef jerky.
This is more camel jerky. Maybe mutton.
All right. Well, I guess if we don't have to mark off any gold for our mounts and traveling equipment, we might be ready to go.
Yep.
What sort of
I'm good.
traveling order? Who wants to take the lead?
I would take the lead if no one else wants to
Paladins
volunteer.
equipment?
In Cinero's absence, I guess I'll.
Lead the charge.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
can ride up front by your side. I am in the front, kind of.
I appreciate that.
I'll take the back.
You're the kind of man I want up the front with me. That was Theseus speaking, wasn't it? I didn't Discord open.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
We'll put everybody else in the middle. So we're all mounted on camels.
I have my horses with me, but I guess I would take a camel as well. I guess I would take 2 camels just for carrying water.
Okay, I'll take a camel. Just pack what I can bring with me. Oh, and yeah, since we're in the desert and I'm in typically splint mail, I guess I'm going to strip my armor off and
Yep.
pack
too.
that on the camel.
Put on some nice white chic robes.
Yep.
Wrap a towel around your head. Sounds good. I'll do the same.
I'm gonna see how it goes in studded leather. We'll go for
Desert fashion.
I would like to say though, Mark, for the first little bit while we're still close to the city, Ragmus is slowly falling behind the party, holding Seeker, focusing on Tenebris to see about how far away he can get before he loses the gem detect.
He gets about 90 feet.
Thank you. We now have a radius that it can be detected.
I just noticed I drew in a map.
Looks like we'll be heading into a canyon.
Are we looking at map 1?
Yeah, map one will be what is the player's map you're using first.
And with that being directionally oriented, Ragmus was thinking that we're looking at something in this direction.
Oh, is the gray line where we had come from?
No, this here is where we are. We teleported here, remember?
Yeah.
The gray line is going up to the south of here.
So we're gonna follow the red line down, and if you look in about halfway down, there's the green spot there. That's the oasis, right? So we got enough water and stuff to get us there. We're gonna pit stop at the oasis, and then we're gonna go further south to where we think the gym is.
Right. But if we're looking at map, where on the map is it suspected to be? Or do we not know?
You don't have an idea.
And where I've got that gray line going, the city that's shown on the map is actually the other empire.
No, that's actually north. That's going up into the sort of your Yarrow Looms, which borders Elarm to the north.
Okay, red line. Red line has more exploration opportunity. I'm down with it.
So ideally, we follow all the way down to the oasis, and then we can go right and then up. And if nothing's there, we can go back to the oasis, refill with water, and then we can.
Sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm.
And if push comes to shove, we can hang out at the oasis and kill highwaymen or caravans of raiders.
Just a curious question. What is the big white void at the bottom right corner?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Probably
Yes,
where we're
wonderful.
going eventually.
Probably.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking.
But that's a little mad at gamer, you know.
Why?
Exactly.
No, well, I didn't know if we actually had a physical copy of this world map and, it looked like that. I mean, if so, we need the little disclaimer written in there, here be dragons, or, something like that.
Okay, so you make it to the pass without any issue.
Is it supposed to be oriented like this?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry if that puts a strain on your eyes.
No, I can read it upside down just fine.
But again, I had to make adjustments for the mod for the change directions in the module to fit the setting.
It's cool. It's a good map.
And so I put the party token um, on the map all the way up to the north.
Is it safe to say or fair to assume we're traveling, nighttime, not day?
You've been warned to travel during the night. You not being familiar with the deserts. That's up to you how you guys want to travel.
I prefer to follow the road, especially in the desert with no god.
I mean, if we're going to travel at night, Ragmus would have no problem, with his personal money, hiring a guide so that we don't get lost at night.
I mean, it would not even for the best of guides. It doesn't benefit you to travel at night in the desert. You just travel shorter distances and rest more with the animals. Danger at night with sand and such. You lose a couple animals to broken legs and stuff because the animal can't see either. It's not just you can't see; it's the animal can't.
Well, we do have our what do you call it? The gems with continual light on them that we were getting.
I just have continual light gems and range up to 90 feet.
Which would be a beacon to everything else that's out there, but at least we could see.
Need. Yeah, so you're traveling through um, from Brasilier into the Hardigan. Rising abruptly from the wide valley within which Brasier lies, the Hardinger Mountains formed a formidable barrier. In the sunlight, the dead gray rock is streaked occasionally by glistening red, as though the mountain had been wounded. The mountain tops disappear within in writhing mists, and their feet are hidden by clouds of swirling dust. Like a cleft carved by a gigantic axe, the North Knife Pass cuts through this imposing barrier. From Brasilar, trail climbs slowly up the valley to the foot of this high pass before heading towards the mountain. When it begins its climb, it follows the course of a rushing stream that cascades from the heights above in switchbacks crisscrossing the face of the mountain. The trail winds ever upward, seeking to scale the heights slowly enough to make travel possible. Passage through the Hardinger Mountains will be formidable indeed. Judging just from distance, the dwarves can estimate that the mountains themselves are anywhere between 10,000 to 15,000 feet here,
Wow.
and that the
That's
only
tall.
way through is
Yep.
this pass. And they are snow covered above 8,000 feet.
Hmm. And this passes at 9,000. Is that what?
Is that
So it's
right?
covered in snow. The passes at 9,000 feet, so it's covered in snow.
Up at towards the top here, top of the
So,
map here.
yeah. So how high up are we in the pass? How high is that?
Not that high up.
Oh, so we're at the bottom of the mountains in this bit here.
Yep.
The mountains are each side of us, basically.
Yeah, right now we're here at elevation 0.
Ah, right. Okay.
As we travel, if we're sticking on the road, eventually, it's going to go up and up and up, and about here we're going to end up being in the snow.
Yep.
It's going to be about 2,000 feet when you get to this part. To this part here.
Okay.
I hope everybody's ready for a climb.
Trail, they notice that it drops slightly before as it approaches a swift stream that flows from the mountains. The ford lies ahead, and beyond it, the trail rises continuously into the Hardinger Mountains. The stream at the ford is 30 feet wide and obviously deep. A few rocks dot the surface, but they are wet, slime-covered stones, and they are far enough apart that only an unladed man of some dexterity and boldness would attempt to make the leap between them. At no other place up or downstream does it appear possible to cross the stream.
Okay, so time to use that empty non-web proficiency slot of saving. Take jumping.
Or just be really, really dexterous.
I'm not that dexterous.
Nor am I.
I'm even behind.
That non-web proficiency is looking good right now, eh?
Mm, judging, judging it, it looks like it's fast flowing, but it is passable. The water would seem to come up to a just barely coming to the camel's stomach.
Oh, this is gonna get ugly for Ragmus and Dark.
Do we have any spells that can help us here, guys? Think clever uses of spells.
Yeah, speaking of spells, is Ariel with us?
Did anyone have
Yes,
lower
she is,
water
yes.
or anything?
This is where we get creative with the spells, guys.
Well, if we had a Tensor's floating disc, we can just all hop on it and
Yeah,
float
easy
along.
peasy.
She's dressed in an outfit that bears her midriff, silk flowing skirts.
Well, I'll keep an eye on her to make sure she's okay then.
Does she have
Yeah,
any Tensor's floating disc
pastel
spells?
green, like the colors are all like pastel greens, and she's even wearing a veil.
I guess we've got mounts with us though too, right?
You
Mm-hmm.
got horses; they're able to.
Horses
They
and
got
camels.
camels.
Can we see how deep it is?
Like I said, it just comes to a camel's stomach.
All right, I'll take my
And
camel across.
it's
Nah,
that slow.
wait. Before we go, we'll get like the strongest two swimmers to go together with a rope, with the other end tied to this end. And we'll get two strong swimmers to take the other end of a rope over, and then we'll tie it. And then we've got a rope going over, and as we're going over, as well as walking over, we've got our hands holding onto a rope. So if you get pulled away by the current, you're holding onto the rope. There you go.
Do we have strong swimmers?
I'm proficient in swimming and I'm quite strong, and I'm tall, so I'll volunteer.
Then you might be going alone, friend, for I don't swim.
Well, I shall go alone then, if it is what it takes. I have a strong warhorse with me. He can fucking maybe even help.
And what would it take to go across on these rocks?
Great skill in jumping, I think he said.
I mean, mechanics wise, are we talking dex check?
Okay, I'll start taking the rope out of the pack that's in my second, and I will tie it to a waist, and I will use my long spear as a, like a steady in the ground. What's the word? Like they would use, like a pole, like you would use on a barge when you're crossing a river, or when you're
Yeah.
on a. I don't know the word, but you know what I mean. To steady myself, so I
Yeah.
use that as a stick, and I'll go across with the rope, and I will find somewhere to tie it on the other side.
Okay, give me a dex and a strength check.
Alrighty.
Because as soon as you hit the water, your limbs go numb.
Okay,
It's
right.
that cold.
Okay, so I'll do Dex first, right?
Strength
I think
first.
I think that's a pass, and strength, that'll be a pass. Booyah.
Okay. Yeah, it is bone chilling cold. Your limbs starting to go numb.
I got a spell for that. I can protect you from it.
Right, so I'll get over there as quick as I can, and I'll get that rope secured to something secure. If
Another
someone,
set of
yeah,
checks at a -1 this time.
another set of checks at -1.
Yep.
Right, okay. So I'll just go D20. Right, so -1, that's a 12. Well, yeah, so it's a 14. That was a 13. They're both successes anyway.
Yeah, go the other way.
Yeah, they're successes. So
Hang on to the spear. And you're about a quarter of the way across.
oof.
Keep going.
Oh yeah.
Okay, -2 with the checks.
What did you say about the spear? I lost the spear.
2 with the checks.
Sorry. Right.
I got some flying ability that I got to look up here.
Yeah,
I think I can
yeah. Just
take
checks
stuff
again with a
across.
-2 penalty. Okay, the 1 becomes a 3, that becomes 12.
Still successes. I better be getting mad bravery XP for this, by the way.
Yep, it's good.
Yeah, that natural one was good, but that 14,
What? No, I'm pretty sure my strength and dex are both pretty high. They're my highest stats.
And what are they?
They are 14 and 17. No, they're not my highest stats. 14 and 17. So I still made it.
Yeah, that strength just barely made it.
Just. It's on it.
Okay, so you're halfway across.
Okay.
And yeah, it is getting tough. You feel yourself being pulled sideways because of the current. That's how fast it is.
Yep.
Are literally um, shoulder deep.
I'm shoulder deep.
Yes, like I said, it can't. It comes to the water comes to the height of a camel's belly.
Okay.
So yeah, you're about shoulder deep.
Okay, I whisper a prayer to my god.
Not the strongest in the group here, but Ragmus is going to grab the end of the rope and hold on to it and try to brace himself just in case Eric loses his.
Oh, we have it tied onto a tree by now, surely, guys. Come on.
If they
No
have any
trees in the
trees out here.
mountain desert.
Okay, these checks are going to be at next set of checks are going to be at -3.
-3.
Yep, it's going to be a -1 per round that you are in the water.
First one's a fail.
Okay. Yeah, you lose your grip,
Uh-oh.
and you
I'm
start getting
watching
pushed
him.
downstream.
I lose my grip and what? Did I lose my feet as well?
Yeah.
But I only failed one. Which did I fail? Strength or dex?
Well, what was the first one?
Well, whatever order you told me to do them in.
Something
That'll
else
be
snowing on there.
your strength check.
So I lost my grip, but not my feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can feel yourself being pushed downstream.
Okay.
Hang on.
So what can I do to try and brace myself and get back on track and moving on? A strength check with a penalty, or because I've still got my dex, like I've still got my foot in, but if I get some strength behind me, maybe I can keep pushing on.
Um, yeah, but as you can try to push on, but you don't have you don't have that sphere now.
I don't have the spear.
You're swept. You try to grab it. You are numb.
Okay. I looking through my character sheet, I rediscovered that I have a ring of flying. I can try to rescue you or your spear or whatever.
Probably better if you try and rescue me than the spear. It's just the spear.
Okay, if the spear's not anything special, I'm going to come and get you. Sorry,
No,
I
the
didn't
spear is
clue in on this.
no.
No.
That's just what I was using to like, as like a pole to like. It was nothing special at all. It was just my pole for like extra balance.
Yeah, no problem. I'm going to fly over
No.
your way
Cool.
and drag you out, and we'll figure this out with the ring.
Thank you, man.
Yay.
That's a few times you've saved my ass already.
Yeah, I'm kicking myself because I could have saved everybody a little bit easier on this one. I've got another trick up my.
A nice cold bath for the paladin.
Yeah, otherwise he would have had 4 rounds. Otherwise he'd become too battered by the water and the rocks, and too numb due to hypothermia to be able to do anything.
Nice cold bowl of humble soup for the paladin.
Okay. Yeah, now
It's
you
the
can warm
effort
up a
that
bit.
counts.
Okay, so I've got ring of flying allows me to fly at will up to 2 hours. So I think I can just carry people over one at a time over this obstacle, right?
Nice, man.
Yes.
But then we're without camels and the things that we're carrying with us.
Okay.
But at least we can get someone over and get the rope set up, and then we at least have a taut rope across the river.
Well, I
That's
mean,
if we
we
can
can
tie it.
attempt to have the camels walk over after you've carried the people over. I mean, that's an obvious, an attempt we can try.
Yeah, we could like lead them along the rope so they'd be upstream from the rope. Maybe I don't know. That might
Yeah,
stop
just
them from
attach
getting stuck.
one camel to per rope and try to pull them in. And if we lose the camel, we lose the camel. But at least the party member.
Yeah, sounds good. So yeah, I'll carry people over enough to get the rope figured out, and then we'll start moving the rest of the people and move the camel.
This is why we need a bard in the party.
So he can sing about the drowning paladin.
So he can like sing it. It's like while we're trying to do all this shit with ropes and camels and shit, like the bard can like play on his lute and like encourage us and shit.
Yeah. The other thing I've got is an endure heat and cold spell, and I've got enough to cast it on 5 of us so that all day, like 12 hours, you would not be bothered by extremes of temperature.
Oh, I could probably do one of those
Oh,
pumping
that'd be
into me
so
like
good for wearing armor in the desert.
now. Yeah, that would be good for the armor in the desert, actually. Yeah, if you could get one of those into me just now, I would.
Yeah, I'll cast that on you to help you kind of warm up.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you.
not sure, Brian, if you've ever waded in streams or swam in mountain streams or anything like that, but or you've fallen into one.
Oh, it's cold.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bro. I know.
Yeah, I've been in cold
I
lakes.
mean, the minute the water hit your groin area, his voice went 8 octaves higher.
Yeah, you know you're wearing your balls for earrings. I know. I know.
Yeah, I've been there.
I know, man. I'm from Scotland. It's cold.
Okay, so yeah, you can manage that. Um, the rest of you could probably ride the horse, the camels and stuff across.
Oh what? Why didn't I do that?
I mean, they're strong enough to be able to withstand the force of the river for a bit.
Had we known that, our brave paladin would not be a popsicle.
And yes, looking at him, Casimir, he does look a little blue around the
Yeah,
I'm
he'll
starting
just
to
have
think.
to warm up slowly.
I'm starting to think this brave paladin is more just like stupid paladin,
No, you know what? Eric's the shit. Eric is the
Well, and somebody says, "Hey, what spells do we have to cross over?" Like, I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. Oh, endure heat and cold. Hey,
dude. Eric's the shit. Eric is the only one that stripped down, got in that water, and made an.
Yeah, he failed, but he made an
hey, you
attempt
made
though.
it three.
yeah,
You made it three-fourths of the way across before you became body gave up.
Yeah, he was nearly there. Like,
Only that you lost your grip on the spear, that which started causing you to be
yeah, man.
pushed downstream.
Oh well, I've got a spare one because I forget his name. This guy that I hired,
Nigel,
Nigel. And Nigel's got another one, so I'm all good.
Of
So
course, Eric prob.
are we able to, after we've been flown across, like attach the rope one by one to the camels and see how many camels we can get?
I think he said the camels were strong enough to make it
yeah,
across. Actually,
all you have to do is make 2 saves um, for them, 15, 14 or lower.
All right, here's for my camel.
okay, for my camel.
I need one more for that.
yeah, looks like Ragmus lost his camel.
No, Ragmus, you get halfway across. Camel stumbles. You go over its head.
Oh no!
Oh, I might be able to save myself.
Theseus makes it.
It's 14.
Fuck me.
Con,
That's
Don't
not
you
gonna
have
do it.
flying, Ragmus?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
actually.
weapon proficiency flying. You can
Well,
fly.
no, wait.
What's our?
Yeah, weren't we all carried across flying, and we're just trying to pull the camels across?
hmm
Yeah, that's what I thought.
okay.
So yeah, Ragmus lost his camel.
No. The camel. Camel
Theseus offers
stumbled.
you the hump on his since it survived.
The camel survived, but he just lost his footing. If you were on it, you would have been pitched into the stream.
But
Thank
because he
God
was
for
not
that
like,
ring of fire.
But yeah, you're managing all the animals over. You may have lost a few things that were on the camel. Maybe a couple of gallons, of maybe a gallon or two of water. Anything else that was on that cat, and any other things that may have been on that camel. You may have lost a few things. So. Yeah, you're all over the side of the fort.
What did we need to roll to save for the camels?
2d20 below 15.
Yeah, below 15.
Below 15. Great. I got it twice.
I better re-roll that then.
Buy stuff on camel.
Yeah, and Dagger may have lost some things too that were on his camel. But other than that, yeah, you're able to get all the animals. They're fine.
Do I
They
need
make
to
some
roll for my
difficulty
horses,
crossing.
Mark?
Same thing. Um, Nigel will be leading the horses across.
Because I'm fucked.
So I need 14 or lower for him total.
What we're rolling d20s.
Yep.
No penalty.
No penalty. The horses need a 14 or lower. Okay. Halfway across, Nigel's horse stumbles as he's leading your horse. He goes into the
Who does, Nigel or the horse?
Nigel.
Fucking hell, Nigel. Well, Nigel's got swimming, so hopefully he'll drown. Someone grab
Okay,
him.
but what's his con score?
It is 10.
I'll fly over there to where he is
Okay,
and
yeah,
try to
you got
grab him
3
out of the.
rounds to get to him.
Yeah, I'll fly, right to him and follow him down and grab him.
Meanwhile, the horses are floundering out of the stream.
Just leave Nigel as long as the horse. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are wet, it's cold, and you're approximately now about 2,000 feet above town.
It's a nice view.
And judging as you go up, it could be the path goes up, continues to go up. And as you travel, continuing up after warming up a bit, a solid wall of rock, 300 feet high, crosses the way ahead.
Oh.
The only route being through a narrow gorge. The X-stroke that created the pass is carried down through the wall in a narrow gorge that climbs 300-foot height in its quarter-mile length. To the left of the trail winds a turbulent mountain stream, the same one that you've crossed. The trail is so narrow that a single file passage is required, probably afoot. It seems to be a perfect place for an ambush.
Hmm.
That's right.
I assume by the time we get here, I'm all recovered from the shit.
This is an experiment. Please. Nice. It works.
Oh, you making a macro for that? That's cool.
So essentially,
I
our
mean,
options are to get rid of all of our camels and slide this narrow path, or go back through.
You can lead the animals.
So go file, is it?
Yeah.
I'll go first, leading my camel.
No. No, I think the better idea is if we lead our second, third, fourth, camels and horses in a line, a couple of guys at the back. What do we think of that?
So you're thinking if the animals stumble, we won't be crushed under them? Is that it, or what?
Not just that, if we are ambushed, we don't have like a horse and a camel in between each of us. We have a bunch of us together and a bunch of us together to fight
Yeah.
better.
Well,
Okay.
the two of us will go up front and lead, a
Yep.
train of animals, and have them in the back. That way, if anything happens, at least we'll survive a couple of minutes until they.
Well, we'll have at least the spellcasters and the missile guys at the back, and as long as we have one or two, like myself and yourself, up front, we've kind of covered the bases anyway. Maybe it's if if there's someone who's a bit melee reliable at the back as well.
Yeah, I'm at the back.
There we go then.
I miss a lot, but I'm somewhat melee available.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and I can fight. I also have a bow, and if I have to, I can get above everything with the ring of flight until
So
I
if-
run out of time and shoot.
Yep. So we have you guys at the back. We're covered. Me and Casey
Before
take the front and have the animals in between.
before we enter this passageway, Ragmus is going to pull out his little vial and dip the tips of 3 of his crossbow bolts in.
Ooh. The paladin didn't see him do that.
You don't care if the paladin did see it.
The paladin cares.
You
That's
fight your
no,
way, I fight mine.
I didn't see.
You'll be thanking me when them ambushers are laying at your feet, unable to. But yeah, that's a bit long, but that's kind of nice for whenever I want to use my dwarven skills. Just look at the number that's appropriate. This is the kind of stuff I do while I'm listening to Mark.
So, are we still where the yellow mark is on this map, or have we moved up to these numbers?
You moved up to section 3.
That's what I thought. Thanks. How many of us wear armor?
Here.
Theseus wears banded mail.
Ragmus wears studded leather.
Chainmail and Nigel wears chainmail. Here we go.
because I can, as we're traveling during the day, I can put an indoor heat on 5 of us and let us wear armor while we're going around the desert in the day.
Nice.
Theseus would greatly appreciate, and he is
And
also not in the group.
and that'll last for 12 hours.
Okay, so we got you on the map.
Theseus is not on the map, good sir.
Okay, 1 second. I had him on the token arrow and throw map. 1 second. And I gotta grab that. Is that everyone?
I will be back in 2 minutes. My kid just woke up.
Mine loves the weekends. She has no bedtime other than when she's ready or we're tired. We're usually up pretty late, so it's nice because it lets us sleep.
My kids have their own places in town, so I don't have to worry about. I have no idea when they go to.
Yeah, the only one we have that luxury with is the 20-year-old who's off to college.
Wonder what's happening here, guys. What do you... Smells like an ambush to me.
Well, hopefully I succeed at alertness and give us a better chance of not being surprised.
Yeah, hope so. I feel like it's an ambush.
I mean, had I thought about it, the time we spent going through this pass, I would have been rolling observation, which would have helped even more. But it is what it is. At least alertness gives us a chance to not be surprised. So while Mark does his thing, I'm not the greatest at doing these macros. Um, anyone know how to get it to tell me whether it's a success or fail?
No point asking me.
No, that's a little
here.
trickier than I know about.
Like I tried the D6, less than the target number, but it didn't come up.
Put the greater than or less than and whatever the proficiency check.
It's not a skill based thing though. It's just a straight up D6. You need
So,
like detect greater slope and passage. It's a
1d6
1 through.
greater than 4 or whatever, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like at THACO. It can just be 1d6 greater than 2 or 1d6, less than 3. And if it's equal to, it'll come up blue and it'll still say
Right. If you like hover over the last one. Now see, I tried I had the other symbol. My bad.
yeah, if it less than 1, you're not going to find many things that are less than 1.
Well, no, I had a D6 less than 5. Okay, so it's got to. Now, see, I did that, Mark, and it didn't come up. Is it because I used the brackets?
You
Ins-
can put it in parentheses, but you can't put it in brackets unless unless you're making the entire thing within a
Yeah, you can,
subcategory.
yeah, you can put like the 1d6 greater than whatever in parentheses, and then put that whole thing in the brackets.
Oh,
So
okay.
parentheses go inside brackets, which go inside brackets. Like you can have brackets inside of brackets, but the parentheses go inside. Or none of that's necessary if you just do it simply like you just did there, with just parentheses and nothing.
Now, now I'm confused because I thought parentheses was just what Americans call brackets. So are you differentiating between the round ones and the square ones?
Parentheses are
Yes,
the
Well,
round
square,
ones.
in
square bracket.
technically they use in mathematical equations, right? So it's parentheses is the most interior, brackets is next interior, and then the brackets that look like the symbol with the
Squiggly.
notch in the middle, that is
Squiggly
the
one.
most exterior brackets. So
Yeah.
you can actually have 3 sets of brackets when
Yeah.
creating a macro.
See, in English, we would just call the round brackets brackets and the square brackets.
We call the round ones parentheses.
Those are brackets.
But realistically, it's everything's set up for mathematical equation, not like English,
Yeah.
American English versus British English, right? It's all set up mathematically. So all the exponents, all the roles, everything has to do with mathematical brackets inside of brackets.
So we would go around inside a square. and that didn't work.
Yeah,
Because
see
you'd have
that
to leave. Yeah, you'd have to leave the brackets out.
I'll just use the slash R. It should still come up the way that I want it to, even if it's a little.
And if you've got the range, like for smoke, you would just use the the most extreme. So like
I see.
like,
That's a
like
total
brazen
failure.
slope would be, yeah, it would be 1d6 or less than 5. And that didn't work.
I'll figure it out. It's not a huge deal. It gives me something. You just do your DM thing.
I'm all set.
It's nothing important. Like I said, I got plenty of time to figure.
And you guys are traveling on the pass, and again, it's single narrow enough where you guys can get single file, unmounted. Camels being ornery. When as you get about halfway up to this passway to this gorge, you hear what sounds to be rockfall behind you. And looking down the path, you notice that the entrance to this gorge has been closed off by what appears to be a land.
See, I should have said, hold on a second, let me finish this so I could have checked for stonework traps and deadfalls and shit. God,
Does it just come from one side or from both sides?
It's, from what you can tell, you don't know.
well, Eric will be happy. It sounds like there's no retreat.
There's no other what?
And you
From the
hear
sounds of
echoing off the canyon walls. Right, all your food and 100 gold crowns apiece. That's toys for this room. Mind you, we got 16 arrows trained on each of your lifeless carcasses.
How far through this chasm am I when they say this?
You guys are about halfway.
And we're trapped behind us.
This is all rock wall right here behind you.
Okay, what can we see of these guys? There's one guy talking, so I guess we can see him.
Yep. You just hear it echoing off the canyon.
Oh, so we don't actually see him, we just hear his voice?
Let's hear 16 of you then. It's not 16 of them. He's talking shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna pull my bow out. I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Yeah, shoot him.
Which guy?
The guy who said he's got 16 archers.
Yeah,
Whoever,
we can't see anyone though.
Oh
if
shit!
I
I'm double timing it through the chasm at this point.
if I fly up using my ring, can I get a better look at him?
Yeah, you see someone hiding behind this boulder here. And who's going through the running through the cavern?
I mean, if he's flying up in the air to cause shit, then Theseus is trying to get through the chasm to the end, or at least to where he can see these people. Shield out and, using his shield as cover as he runs.
Do you have the map up just as a visual aid? Are we actually like in a canyon with rock walls on both sides?
God damn, Mark, could you have rolled better there?
Holy shit! I didn't real. Yeah, you guys. Basically, you should be on the map. Your AC?
0, sir.
Them 220s, though. My God.
Yeah, I might have just died.
I mean, the rest of them, that's iffy, but man, them 220s, that hurt.
The 19, the 18. So, I mean, I'd probably take 5 arrows.
You take 19 points of damage as you get pierced by.
Can I
No.
drink a potion as I'm running? I guess we're kind of like not in a combat sequence, so I don't.
Yeah. Actually, you do get hit by 4 arrows, 2 of which being double damage because of the 20s. So that's why I rolled 6 arrows.
Not a problem. And as arrows come plunking into me, I reach down, grab an extra healing, and chug it deep and keep coming.
Basically, they come as you get to this point. As you get right about there.
Oh, I mean, if I get out of the chasm, I'm looking for stairs and to get to them. You know what I mean? Like, can I run this way and try to get up these stairs and come up?
Yeah.
So I'm headed this way, boss.
Okay, so the map is actually how it looks.
Yep. Right, that was foolish of you to do.
The hills are alive with bandits.
And Theseus was just a pincushion.
They turned him into a porcupine.
Poor guy.
On a positive note, they're probably focusing me, so you guys are okay for a round.
Don't worry, we're not gonna flee.
And Theseus, they can't do any worse to you than they just did. So it's going to be easier from here.
They changed my initiative mark. I hit the wrong button. I meant my cross.
Oh, right. Nigel still doesn't have an initiative thing, Mark.
Yeah, I forgot to get that set up.
Okay, don't worry about it. Just leave him out for now then.
So for 3 shots, I need people to cross their fingers for 2 things to happen. Ragmus to actually hit them, and them to fail their save.
Is that a lethal poison?
I do not know. Mark told me I was able to recognize some poisonous spiders and gather up some of the.
Mark, if you want to throw one up for Nigel, I'll roll something somehow.
What's that?
If you want to throw a thing up for Nigel, I'll just make one from a character sheet.
He's on there.
No, I mean on the on the turn order. If you want a thing in there for him, roll some.
I mean, on a real note, in the instance of a burglary, for the right reasons, he would not want to use lethal poison. He'd want to use a paralytic, but against people like this, he don't really give a shit. If it kills him, it kills him.
Yeah, we got to defend ourselves, and if that means killing every one of these guys, that's fine.
I mean, at heart, he's a good character,
There we
but
go.
there's no such thing as a fair fight.
There's no such thing as good highwaymen, friend.
And just when we need to narrow.
So these bandits appear to us to be all human. The vilest of
This
races.
sounds like a good thing for the Red Sonia song or track that music.
Lucky Theseus didn't hear that. We'd have our own conversation.
They can't help trying to live as much of life as they can in the short time they have.
Okay, we're playing. We got the music going. When everyone's ready.
Ready?
Ready?
Ragnas, you're up.
4:20 a.m.
Coming around here, does that give him a line of sight on this guy?
Yeah, line of sight where he was.
Oh, I didn't know. I figured these, were actually rocks that were above. In that case, he will not move at all. And this is with a poisoned.
Nice damage.
Fuck off, it's a hand crossbow. D3, D2. He's not a killer, he's a subduer.
That thief I was going on about before, she had a hand cross poisoned bolts. It's a brilliant weapon with poison bolts. Without poison bolts, it's a terrible weapon.
Yes, 100% agree.
Because it's got like no range. I took it not realizing how short it is. I thought it was going to be like the damage of darts, but with a much better range. But it's like the damage of darts with only slightly better range and a worse rate of. It's a terrible weapon.
It's easily hidden and easy to use.
It's not about. It's not so much about the numbers. It's about flavor.
Theseus.
That two-handed warhammer I'm using, weapon numbers wise, but I like it. It's flavoursome.
Yeah, that's what I did. He's, like I said, he's not a killer. He's a subduer. Minimal damage.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. It's cool.
Lit.
Bad enough he'll break into people's houses and steal their shit. He doesn't want to add murder to the.
Casimir?
Okay, I'm gonna fly up and let me see. Not sure how far I can fly, so I'm just gonna kind of move down to the middle of the fight and then shoot a guy. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll shoot this guy who's close to me.
Okay.
AC 9, so probably missed.
Yeah, that just missed. Jerry, you're up. I didn't.
Okay.
You snuck that initiative in after everyone else had rolled on. I had set.
I'm going to sneak. Let's see. I would like to hide in shadows. Under the cover of this rock here. Yes. Let's see. Checks. Skill. Hide.
Using
And let's see. I don't think I have enough movement left to do anything. Four. No, I don't have enough room left to do anything. That's it. That's it.
Yar.
Alright, do I have enough movement to make it to one of our enemies on the other side?
Yeah, you should.
Dwarves have a 6 movement, so
60
6 square.
feet indoors, 60 yards out. 60 feet indoors, 60 yards outdoors.
Alright, well, I will go 4, 5, 6. Attack this bandit right here, swinging my battle axe.
Yes. Get him, Batman.
That lit and that will jump.
Nice.
Oh, did that hit?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Finally a hit.
Manslayer.
Eric wants to charge at one of them, like at this one. Is that possible?
Well, it's possible. He's on foot.
So he's using his two-handed spear. So he gets. What's the plus on attack for charging? +2.
+2.
Nice. And double damage, yeah? Boom. 14 damage.
Nice, good hit.
Yeah, finally.
And a -2 at that. That'll pretty much hit anything.
That was a good one. It'll certainly hit some bandit. Oh, excuse me. Yes, it'll certainly hit some fucking ragamuffin asshole trying to take our money.
See, this is what happens when they get fat and content on simple traveler.
Too much cocaine.
Not enough cocaine.
Okay, this was going to take a shot at Theseus. I believe that was it.
Just misses.
Okay. That one went.
That one will hit. These bandits have impeccable aim.
Impeccable what?
Been peppered at least 5 times.
They've hit
AC
AC 0 7 times in, 2 rounds.
And don't forget to mention 2 of those were 20s. Mark's on a roll. Thank God it's only bandits.
They have a
This
10% chance to hit me
use
there.
his staff, his bow like a quarterstaff. And misses. This one's seeing Casimir in the air.
Do your worst.
Oh, he's just within short range. First shot misses. Second shot. Will just hit. So Casimir will take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
This one gets him moved in a position where he can get a shot at Eric.
Ugh. Mistake. My armor class is 0 because I've got a two-handed weapon.
And you hear a curse echoing off the echo, and something go clattering down.
Yes. I like it. Mark rolls nice all night, and then when he rolls like a shot against me, he rolls like shit. Nice one, Mark. Do that every week if you want, mate. Makes a change. Usually killing me.
It's nice to have someone up front, huh, with you.
Oh, I'm loving it, mate. Loving it.
Two misses from that guy. Can't do anything. Nigel.
I love how I'm the lowest level member of the party, but because I'm a paladin, when the leader's away, I can just step up and people follow me. Oh, he's a paladin. They don't realize like I'm really low level and I keep almost dying like every week.
Good charisma, like a politician.
Yeah. They seem to forget about the near-death experiences every week.
As long as we keep saving you, it's all good.
Yeah. I look like a leader.
We're up to Nigel.
I've got a face you can follow. Nigel's just going to try and do the same as what Eric did. Is this outdoors? So he's got charges. He's got room to charge this one.
He's about 30 feet. Direct line.
Oh, so he can back up and then charge. Wow. 2 seconds. I didn't add the +2 to that, but that's still.
And you don't hit.
No.
That sucked.
Gentlemen, I'll need to go to bed. I need to go to bed now to try to catch sleep for work tomorrow. I'm really sorry.
Hey, no problem. See you next week.
See you next week, sir. Have a good rest.
Yep.
Said just more of the same from Eric, like tried to kill him with his big two-handed spear. Next week I am not working on Saturday, so I'll be able to last the whole night.
See you next week, man.
See you next week, guys. Enjoy the rest of tonight.
Nigel takes 7 points of damage.
All right,
That
next
hits him
week.
in the long throw.
Oh, that could be lights out for him. Oh no, it's not.
No, he's got 10 hit points, remember?
Right, peace, guys. Yeah, peace, guys.
Roll for
See you
assist.
later.
Peace.
Chicken grease.
Night.
Fight me, devils, fight, for I hate peace.
Reroll his system shock.
And I need a second shot when you get a chance.
Yep.
Hate peace.
Okay, yeah, so Nigel was able to survive that. So go ahead, Casimir.
Okay, same guy I shot before.
Yep.
Joke's on them, you know, expensive arrows are in the desert.
Oof.
Nailed his ass this time.
Nice.
5 points of damage. Barely hanging in there.
What was that?
He's still alive, barely.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I think that's what he said. Barely hanging in there.
Barely hanging in there, yeah. That was 5 points of damage with that arrow.
Nice.
And this is with another poison bolt.
Yeah, I had to make sure I had pause. So I readjust everything. And that will miss.
Tables have turned. Now the
Yes,
crits
they
are in our
are.
favor.
Which one?
That's on the one to the north, and then he swings around. But he swings around and attacks the one to the south with his second attack.
Very well done.
Seeing that their buddies have died. Wholesale. These guys start clambering back up the sides.
And I can see him doing it. I'm going to follow him.
Oh shit, these aren't peasants. We're fucked.
Crap, a chair, so.
Okay, so using my boots of elven kind,
I should put that guy back where he was.
I'm going to go. Oh. Oh, that guy's not dead?
He's not dead, no.
Okay. Then I'm going to murder him with my longsword +2. The one from the Goblin King.
Murder.
It is not murder in defense of your own life.
AC 0 for 24 damage.
I think that ought to be the end of that guy.
Nice damage.
Well, that was just enough to kill him. Okay, Casimir.
Okay, I'm going to fly closer to the guys who are retreating over there and then shoot one of them.
Were you flying and shooting a bow at the same time?
Yeah, I got a ring of flight.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm now that I remembered I got this ring of flight, I figure I'm really going to explode.
He's kind of a big deal.
And I missed.
Ariel can see what they're doing.
You can just hover up there in the sky and pick people off with a bow and arrow.
Yep, I don't think they're getting away.
As a couple of bolts of arcane energy go streaking past Casimir, so I can he falls off the cliff face.
Dreamweaver.
Dargar!
All right. Since I can only move 6, I'm just going to head up the trail towards this group, I guess. One, two, three, 5, 6. Can I move twice if I'm not attacking?
You can move the full without attacking.
Which would be 6 and 6, I guess. All right, I guess that's all I can do. These guys are probably scrambling pretty fast. They all seem turned away from us.
Yeah, I think they're spooked.
Yeah, they're spooked. I mean, they're banished. They saw half their party go down. So nothing that Eric can do. Everyone's out.
One of them seemingly died for no reason.
Nigel can't do anything. Casimir, your second.
Yep. Same guy I tried to shoot before.
Okay.
I think it's this one. Oh, I'm rolling like crap again.
Hey, Regnus.
He just looks at them, looks down at his crossbow, looks at them again, shakes his head, and wonders why he decided to use such a tiny little useless. They're well out of his range at this point.
Right. Let's see. Is this, like, apparently their leader?
He died. You killed him.
That's Theseus.
Oh. Um,
Please don't backstab me.
let's see.
Is that Theseus right there with the purple ring?
Yeah, we just can't see his name.
If I,
Yeah.
if I come down, whoops, if I come down here and climb up this slope, is that up or down?
It's up.
It's up? Okay. If I climb there, how many checks do I have to make?
That is 25.
25 checks? Or
For what?
climbing?
Give me 2.
2, okay. And is it like standard cliffs with like handholds and all that?
This is natural cliff.
Okay. I think that's plus 45. And then, let's see, I could probably get, oh wow, I can get right up to one of them.
This was a natural. This was apparently whoever maintains this trail cleared a rock slide that
Oh,
just
wait,
to a point where it's just narrow enough for people to cross through one at a time.
21, no. Okay, right there. That's as far as I can get. Okay, so 2 checks. Skill, climb, plus 45. And then skill. Oh, no good. I'd get to right here and then fall. So how many tens of feet is that? Mm.
And no, I'm not using that cumulative rule that Gygax had intended.
So you're doing 1d6 per 5 feet?
1d6 per
Per 5 feet, you said?
per 10.
Per 10. So that would be 4
40
checks.
foot fall.
That would be 4 checks to climb that high, right? Because it's
Well,
one
no,
check per
I
10 feet.
one to get up halfway, one to get up the other half.
Uh,
But if I used the what Gary Gygax would have intended, that would have been 10d6 for a 40-foot fall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fuck Dragon Magazine.
No, that's what Gygax intended for falling damage.
Sure he did.
One
That's
d
why
six
it's in all the
per
books.
10 feet.
Yeah.
Well, technically it's a D10 per 10, but the first 10 are free.
Cumulative.
It was brutal to fall any more than 20 feet. Could cost you life, especially a low level.
Yeah, 1d6 cumulative. 1d6 per 10 feet cumulative. So a 20-foot fall would have been 3d6. 30-foot fall, 6d6. Or a 60-foot fall, 21d6. Like, no. I'm gonna stick with the 10d6 per 10 feet. Keep it that way. These, you see no other enemies on this side, and by hearing this falls of rock, scrambling on the other side. Seeing
No, I
Jared
already moved my initiative and switched out to my bow.
Yep,
Shooting the one down here.
What class is?
Theseus is a Myrmidon. He's a human Myrmidon.
That's a fighter.
A wartime fighter, a mercenary for hire.
Yeah. You peg him right between the shoulder blades, which causes him to lose grip. Falls 50 feet to the floor.
Ooh, Casimir died.
I did not. Where am I?
Sorry.
They just shared a name, is all.
Got rid of the wrong guy.
Okay. As long as I come back. Can you take the red X off when you have a chance? Thanks.
That's what I'm doing. And go ahead and give yourself the hit points you had.
Jerry, you took some damage.
What was it? 40.
Yeah, I took a lot of damage.
Okay. Ariel again.
I think I got skipped. Can I jump in after Ariel?
Yeah, go ahead. You got skipped because I had removed you off by mistake.
I can't select my token. Oh, never mind. I've got the measuring stick out. Okay, I'm going to shoot this guy.
Okay.
I am just missing every doggone thing there is.
That's from Ariel. So
Well done, Ariel. How did she kill him? So the magic missile or something?
yeah. Popped up magic missiles, and he let go of the cliff face, and he went. But he was dead before he hit the ground.
What are the race of these highways?
Human.
I'd give them a once over for loot and possession. See if there's any identity of who they've robbed, and if there's any way to return any.
They're all wearing bronze medallions.
Can you describe what's on the medallion? Is it like a thief organization? Is it?
No, but when you were in Brasilia, a lot of the people in the town were wearing those medallions. But you also notice a lot of people weren't wearing that, and those that weren't wearing, they don't look like the typical town folk. They didn't look like they were part of the cultures. They were outsiders.
I want to take one medallion per party member in case we need to further infiltrate or otherwise later, and just throw them in a pouch for now and see where this
Okay.
leads.
And we'll pick up here next week.
Thanks for the game, guys. You guys have a great week.
Yeah.
You too. Thanks, everybody.
And I'll have things a little bit more prepared next week.
See you later, everybody.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Thanks for DMing, Mark.
Hey, guys.
Not a problem.
And for those still watching, please like, share, and subscribe. And see you next time.